Hello ladies and welcome to My Natural Hair Delight. Today I am going to show you how you can grease your scalp without using grease. Okay, you can use all natural ingredients on your hair that will actually promote your health, and your hair will grow longer and stronger. And I am so happy to show you this today because I think that it is so important for all of the ladies who are suffering alopecia or baldness or dandruff or any type of um, illness that many women are facing, that can be resolved today. Okay. So today I have my DIY shea butter, whipped shea butter mix. Okay, this is shea butter mixed with coconut oil, hemp oil, lavender oil, jojoba oil, and grapeseed oil. And it was actually a blend of those oils already. The only oil that I added was coconut oil. So I've added coconut oil along with the blend of the four oils that I just mentioned, along with the shea butter. Okay, so this is my shea butter mix, and this is actually a thick texture right here. This is a thick texture because depending on how you whip your shea butter, you can whip it very light and it can turn out to be like a creamy texture, or you can make it thicker to where it comes out looking like ice cream. Okay, so this texture right here is more like an ice cream texture, but it still melts in your hands because the butter and the oil, it just melts in your hands. So that is what I'm using, and that's how you can tell if you're using real shea butter versus the fake shea butter. um Unrefined, 100% raw and unrefined shea butter is what you are looking for. Okay, so just make sure that whatever brand you use, that it's 100% all natural and unrefined. Okay, so today I'm going to take down this strand. I'm actually planning to do a twist out all the way, but I have not added any flaxseed gel to it yet, so I like to use flaxseed gel with the twist out. But first, I'm going to grease my scalp, and what I'm doing is just taking it as if it was regular grease, and I'm just, and to be honest, this is actually my first time ever using this as a grease. I normally use it as a hair moisturizer or even as lotion, or sometimes even lip balm. Like I can put it on my lips right now, make it shiny. It's so natural. I can put it on my lips. Okay, I put it on my face. I put it on my entire body. But today I'm using it as hair grease. And what I used to use on my scalp was aloe vera, but I was like, I don't really want my hair to be wet. I mean, it doesn't make your hair super wet, but it's just like, I don't feel like punching holes in it trying to get the gel out. But I mean, it's still beneficial for your scalp. So I definitely would recommend, if you're trying to promote healthy scalp, if you're trying to get healthy scalp. Um, but a different way that you can grease your scalp is by using your shea butter mix. And so that is what I'm doing. I'm actually just parting the sections, or greasing each part from each section. I haven't really just like gone through every single strand. So I'm going to to show you in the back. I usually work in the back first, and then I work my way to the top. Hopefully, I'm going to scoot this back so you all can see what I'm talking about. So, I have my hand mirror here. And yeah, I'm just going to continue to grease my scalp by using my Shea Butter and putting it on my scalp. You don't have to worry about any dandruff. You don't have to worry about any hair buildups. Whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it. Some kind of buildup where it just doesn't promote a healthy scalp. Okay. So now I'm going to use my comb, and I'm simply going to, well, first, I'm going to make sure that I grease. Okay. So now I'm going to use my comb, and I'm just going to simply part each section as if I'm using regular grease. Okay. And got my Shea Butter here. And I'm just going to grease my scalp. Or butter my scalp. Okay. I'm not really sure if you can eat shea butter, so I definitely wouldn't try it. I would use it as external use only. I mean, I heard that it's edible, but I'm not 100% sure. I would not look at shea butter as food. I would just look at it as skin and hair moisturizer. And yeah, so thank you, Jesus. And so, yeah. You don't have to worry about dry, itchy scalp. You can just have a healthy scalp, and it promotes hair growth. And it's all natural. No chemicals, no no preservatives. It doesn't need any preservatives because it's all oil based. Even the butter doesn't need any preservatives, the shea butter. So it's good to go. And yeah. All right, so that is the first section that I just greased. Okay. So that is all I wanted to show you ladies today. I'm going to continue to grease my entire scalp. And yeah, so that's how you grease your scalp, ladies. You can simply use whipped shea butter. Now, make sure your shea butter is whipped. You don't want to try to use raw shea butter on your scalp because you're going to have a hard time trying to actually get the shea butter out of your container when you just bought it. So just make sure that you're whipping your shea butter by melting the shea butter first. Melt the shea butter in the pot along with the oils and essential oils that you would like to add to your shea butter. And then let it freeze for 30 minutes to an hour. No more than an hour. Make sure that when you take your shea butter out, that is not too hard. It's not like you want it to get to a solid texture, but you want to make sure that your solid texture is soft because once you whip it, it's going to turn into a creamy texture, and that's what you want. You don't want a super thick texture to where you're gonna have to melt the shea butter again. Okay, you don't want to go through that process again. I've gone through the trial and error, I know. But the reason why you want to melt your shea butter first is because if you if you whip the shea butter without melting it first, then it's going to go back to its solid texture. It's going to go back to the hard, rocky texture, and that's not what you want. You want your shea butter to stay whipped. Okay? So that's why it's important to melt the shea butter, because once you melt it and then let it go back into a soft, solid texture, then you whip it, it's gonna stay whipped. Okay, so I've learned that from a lady on YouTube. I cannot remember where I've learned that from, but because I was wondering, like, why can't I just whip the shea butter the way that it is? No, you want to melt it first. So the way that I melt the shea butter is I placed it in a bowl. I scooped all of the shea butter out, all of the amount of shea butter that I wanted to use, and I added my oils into the shea butter. I placed it into a bowl, and then I filled the pot with water halfway. Then I placed the bowl of the shea butter with the oils inside of the water, on inside of the pot, and let it melt for 10 to 15 minutes. It probably shouldn't take no more than 15 minutes to melt the entire shea butter. And then once it turns completely liquid, place it into your freezer. Put a covering over it, like foil or saran wrap over it. Let it sit for, I would say, 30 minutes to an hour. And then take it out. If you place it into the refrigerator, it's probably going to take a little longer, like, to form into a solid texture. So if you're kind of in a rush to whip your shea butter, then you want to place it into your freezer, okay? Because it's going to be a lot faster. So, yes, so hopefully I've given you all the information of how to whip your shea butter. And I've actually made a different video tutorial of that, so please check that out. Yeah. So thank you, ladies, for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed this video tutorial of how to grease your hair without using grease. And if you have liked this video, if you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at My Natural Hair Delight. You can also follow me on Instagram at My Natural Hair Delight. And I also have a Facebook page at My Natural Hair Delight. Okay, so thank you, ladies, for watching. And I will talk to you all again soon. Bye-bye.